Having the right cologne is something I wish I bought sooner. Getting compliments about my scent is one of my favorite things to hear. So carrying around my favorite bottle is something that I do every day. Now truthfully, my favorite bottle does tend to switch about every month or so. And it's either because I fall in love with a new fragrance or I'm just very indecisive. But let's talk about my current favorite bottle. That is going to be YSLY. Now granted, this one is a little bit more popular, especially if you're into fragrances. But the popularity of a fragrance shouldn't matter to you. And that's because half of guys out there don't even wear colognes to begin with. Trust me, the bar is set very low when it comes to colognes. So even though YSLY is amongst the most popular colognes, if you haven't smelled this fragrance, I guarantee you when you do, you are going to fall in love with this one just like I did. This one reminds me more of a masculine scent, which is perfect because I know there's still some guys out there that think colognes are just for girls. And if you think like that, you're a part of that percentage of guys who are under this bar. But if you want to go past that, start wearing colognes, have one that you wear every day. That's exactly why I carry around YSLY every single day. It's part of my everyday carry. That being said, there are certain things that I love to carry every day because it helps me with my day-to-day life, whether it's helping me stand out, helping me for personal reasons, whatever the case is. These are the 10 items that I carry every day that I pretty much can't live without. Second thing is a watch. Now, before I get any comments about how I'm not wearing a watch right now, that's because I'm not outside. But I would say 8 out of 10 times, if I'm stepping out through that door, you're gonna see me having a watch on. And those 2 times are probably me going to the gym. So as a daily essential for me going out anywhere, most likely I'm wearing a watch. Now I'm very proud of my watch collection. However, I'm not gonna be talking about the expensive ones because I don't like to be labeled as pretentious, especially because no matter how much the watch costs, it all does the same exact thing, just tell you the time. Now, I'm not gonna get into why I love these expensive watches so much. Let's talk about which watch I'm suggesting for your everyday carry, especially if you are a teenager. If you're a teenager, go with something simple. My recommendation is a Casio AQ230. I'm gonna be picking up this one very soon just to prove to you how good this watch is and how you can get a perfect watch for such an affordable price. That being said, there are plenty of other brands and it all really depends on your budget. You can continue to look through Casio because trust me, they have plenty of good watches, or even G-Shock Casio. For a period of time, I was wearing this GAB 2100. I cannot recommend this one enough. I also got this Seiko for about $120, which isn't bad. And this one has definitely gotten me a lot of compliments. Now look, if you are a teenager and you're thinking, why would I want to wear a watch to school? For some reason, I used to think the same way. I used to think that people would think that I was weird for wearing a watch. And the main difference between then and now is now I just simply don't care. First of all, why would a watch be weird to begin with? That's a completely different story. But main premise is you should not care what people think about you. Wear what you like, wear what's going to make you most confident. And if you haven't experimented with a watch yet, based on my personal experience, a watch is going to do that. Now let's talk about a slim card holder. Again, I'm talking to you younger guys. If you are using a Velcro watch, then look, we're going to have a personal discussion about you growing up. These have not been cool since middle school. It's time for you to upgrade to something a little bit more mature. But let's get something straight. The amount of money that you spend on a wallet or the brand does not matter. Trust me, it's the little things like this that's going to make you look more mature, more put together, and more sophisticated than all your friends. So don't worry about getting a designer one. Although I do have one myself, it's not the one I'm recommending. In fact, I'm not really recommending any specific one because you can go on Amazon, find whichever one you like. I used to love getting leather wallets from places like Ross because these are about $15, $20. That being said, the most minimal one, especially if you don't carry around a bunch of cards to begin with. For example, when I was about 15 years old, all I really had was my student ID and 1 debit card. So yes, getting a wallet for just 2 cards is highly unnecessary, especially because I never had any cash. But if you have 2 or 3 cards, get something like an Apple Wallet. This one works perfectly. If you're the kind of person that always loses their wallet or always misplaces it, get an Apple Wallet to attach it to the back of your phone. Chances are, if you're as addicted to your phone as I am, it's hard to misplace this. The next thing I carry every day is a Whoop. I've had this thing for about 6 months now, and I can confidently say that this is one of the best purchases that I've made within the last year. From helping me track my sleep to giving me suggested bedtimes based on my recovery, this Whoop does a lot for me. Because not only is it tracking your sleep, but it's also pretty much a coach, telling you how much strain you should aim for. Pretty much what Whoop does, it gives you a strain level from 0 all the way up to 21. See how hard you're pushing your body throughout the day. And for example, today I went to the gym, I went on a run, and my strain is 18.1 out of 21. But yes, I really feel like I need a nap. That being said, my suggested bedtime based on me waking up at 7:30 in the morning is 9:50. Chances are I'm not going to do that, but I'm definitely going to go to bed earlier just so I can have the proper recovery. Going about my day using this fitness tracker has made me think a little bit more consciously about my recovery, about my workouts, all these things that are really helping me throughout my day-to-day life. Therefore, I carry this thing every single day. It's definitely one thing that I'm recommending. The next thing I carry are some sunglasses. Whether it's in my car, in my bag, having a pair of sunglasses sunglasses has not only made me look cooler, I say that sarcastically, but it definitely helps me, especially more towards the summer. Yes, right now it's the winter, not really using this as much, mostly just when I drive, but if it's blinding outside, instead of looking dumb and squinting my eyes like I can't see anything, no offense to those with poor vision, but instead of looking like that, I just throw on a pair of sunglasses because not only is it very beneficial to protect your eyes from harmful rays, but it also helps a ton whenever I want to look better and hide any imperfections. Let's say I had terrible sleep the night before, probably gonna wake up with red eyes and bags underneath my eyes. I said it right this time. But in order to hide that, just throw on a pair of sunglasses. Again, the brand doesn't matter. You can get some cheap ones on Amazon. You can get some Ray-Bans, which are the ones I recommend, all the way up to Gucci ones. It doesn't matter. They all pretty much do the same exact thing. My next part of my everyday carry are headphones, which I realistically use on a daily basis, whether it's going to the gym, going on a run, or just going to a coffee shop to get some work done. Now, if I need something portable, something that's gonna fit in my pocket, I use the AirPods. The AirPod Pro 2s are my favorite. Noise cancellation is great, easily connect to my phone because I have an iPhone. However, the battery on this thing kind of sucks. So that's why I was looking into the best headphones. And I came across the Sony XM5s. Let me tell you, these things have single-handedly changed my life. All right, maybe that's a little too dramatic, but these are hands down the best headphones that I've ever tried. In fact, I went out to buy some AirPod Maxes. Literally less than 24 hours later, I returned them. That's because the Sony XM5s were that much better. So I ended up sticking with these. The noise quality is amazing. Noise cancellation is even better. Overall, these are the best headphones. And again, part of my everyday carry for a good reason. The next one is a book. Now look, when I was younger, as soon as I heard the word book, my brain was shut off. Don't let that be you, because when I started reading, I genuinely thought to myself, why did I not do this earlier? The things you can learn from a good book, especially from a book from a field that you're interested in, whether it's finances, investments, productivity, literally any topic, you can learn so much from other people. In fact, the best way I could describe it is the proper book is going to answer questions that you didn't even know you had. Yes, I understand how dramatic this sounds, not hyping it up too much. If it's not part of your New Year's resolutions yet, jot it down to finish one book. So think about it. You have an entire year to finish one book. And once you finish that book, DM me on Instagram and I'll personally congratulate you. In fact, I got so much inspiration from reading that I dropped my own ebook about my personal experience to becoming the most confident that I have ever became. So that's going to be linked in the description. I'm not going to say this counts for your first book. If you do, DM me on Instagram. In fact, I've had quite a few people DM me saying that they loved it, that it was a great read. And so I want you to experience that for yourself as well. The next thing I carry is a moisturizer, which I always have in my backpack in case I feel like my skin is dry. Especially right now that it's cold, my skin tends to dry out very quickly and it's annoying, it's frustrating, doesn't look good. So carry a good moisturizer, especially if you're out in the sun. Have a moisturizer with an SPF. For this, I like Tish Hanley. Their AM moisturizer has about 1530 SPF. It's something very light, not too oily, which is very annoying for most moisturizers. Therefore, it's a great thing to have with you every single day. Just like lip balm. The only thing I find worse than dry skin is chapped lips. And it's the same boat. Doesn't look good, very frustrating to have, and therefore you should try your best to solve this. Now, one thing that I like is Vaseline. Now, you don't have to use this one if you find something that genuinely works for you, and do not tell me that that's chapstick. Find something better, whether it's a proper lip balm brand, which I should probably start looking into myself, and if you have some personal recommendations, let me know in the comments. Now, yes, you should definitely wear deodorant every single morning. However, let's be real, sometimes that's not always possible because I have the attention span of a goldfish. And therefore, sometimes I forget, and for some reason, it took me forever to learn my lesson. And that is just spending a few extra bucks to buy some extra deodorant and keep it in your backpack. And at this point, I have plenty, and I carry one in my gym bag, in my normal bag, and my travel bag. But yes, I am always prepared. In fact, I refuse to be the person that smells bad. I don't care about being the best smelling person. The bar is set right here. I just do not want to smell bad, and it all comes from prevention. Wear your deodorant. Doesn't have to be scented, doesn't have to be crazy expensive. Just wear something that works for you. I like native, but as long as you have something in your bag to make sure that even though you forgot in the morning, that you are not that person that smells bad. And a little pro tip for me personally, that includes breath. Look, I brush my teeth morning and night, so I know that's not going to be the issue, but let's be real. Sometimes when we see a good sandwich or hamburger that has onions, I personally hate mustard, but if you eat mustard, you should especially be cautious of this because mustard breath is disgusting. Just carry some gum or Altoids, whatever. I have some in my car, so again, I'm always prepared just to make sure that I'm not that guy that smells bad. Now look, this might be a little bit weird to hear, but the things that you carry around and the items that you purchase definitely makes up a lot of who you are as a person. That being said, if you want to see the 10 items that I can't live without, there's a video that's going to show you exactly that.